So everybody got their piece of paper? All right, so we're going to discuss summarizing, clarifying, predicting, and generating questions. And the purpose of this assignment is to kind of teach y'all how to guide yourself in your own reading so that you...
Hey Blake, you're checking out.
Hey Blake.
Okay.
Hey Blake.
Bye, Blake. So that when you are reading on your own, you can ask yourselves these questions as you're going so that you understand the story better. Because everybody knows what it's like to be reading a book and you're like, I've been looking at this book and I'm turning the pages, but I have no idea what's going on. Do y'all know that feeling? It's not good because you're like wasting time, basically. So the idea is that we are teaching you to be teachers to yourselves, okay? All right, so I got my summarizing group over here, questions, clarifying, and y'all are predicting. Okay, and then we're going to share to the class. We're going to be teachers to each other, okay? All right, everybody, go, discuss. I'm going to come around and check on you. Okay. All right, so y'all are summarizing, so let's see what we're looking at. What happened? What is essential to tell? What is the outcome? Who's involved? Why does this happen? What is the main point? And what does the author want us to remember or learn from the passage?
I don't remember the people's names as far as...
Okay, that's okay. Because the
Did I put Jews?
Yeah, well, that's...
Jews and Nazis?
I think that might be a little vague. What do you think? Because there's
Okay,
lots of Jews and lots of Nazis happening in the story, right? So, who's the main character?
I don't know he was a Jew.
Yeah, he was a Jew. But who wrote the book? Yeah, that's the main character. He's telling about what happened to him. So he's the main character that's narrating the story. Okay, so who's with him? Do y'all remember?
His dad.
Okay, so that's a specific character that you know. Who are they thinking about? Who's not with them? The mom. Who else? Yeah, the sister. Okay, so that's something you can talk about. You know, let's see. Why does this happen? Why are they being transported? Yeah, but who was killing them?
Nazis.
Right, the Nazis.
Nazis are German too, but Nazis is more detailed.
I think Nazis, that is a smart thing to say because there were people involved with the Nazis who weren't necessarily German, you know? It's not just exclusive to Germans. Just like there were people in the camps who weren't exclusively Jews, right? I actually have been to concentration camps in Germany. I went to Germany the past 2 summers. And so, like, what now? My grandparents-in-law both survived the Holocaust. My husband's grandparents. They're 90 and they lived through it. They lost everybody, their whole family. Oh wow. So yeah, so think about why is this happening? It's involved with the war, right? What does the author want us to remember from this? So what specifically from this passage though? Like what do we like what point in the story are we trying to Yeah, they're arriving, the uncertainty of trying to figure out what's gonna happen to them. Right. Okay, so y'all keep going with that. Just jot down a few points and then we're gonna talk about it. Cool? Good job. Okay. Alright. So y'all are generating questions. Alright. Y'all have any so far? Okay. Y'all can do this. So, okay, so questions of fact. First of all, what is fact?
True statement.
Yes. So like something that the author has, we know for a fact is happening.
Alright, James. You listen more than I do. You tell me what's right.
So like, what's a question
Hold on.
we could ask? Let's see.
Ask that they can prove? Or
Yeah, like something like, say you're telling somebody about this book, they don't know anything about it, and they're like, well wait, what about this? You know, like, so they want to know something about the plot to understand it better. So let's make up a question. what about
I know you got ball in this house.
why,
Yeah, I'm proud too.
why are they avoiding putting down that they are skilled laborers? Like, how come they don't want to tell them that they're a skilled laborer? Y'all know the answer?
Because then they'll have to work.
Well, because if you're a skilled laborer, you get sent off. So they want to be able to work, but not work too well, if that makes sense. Why do they lie about their age? Why? There's lots of questions you can ask. Why are they going to this concentration camp in the first place? You know? Okay, questions of interpretation. Focus on the meanings of the text communicating. Talk about symbols, deeper questions. Now this one should be pretty easy. What's the title of the book? Okay, and do they talk about that a lot? Yeah, they do. Yeah, here, hand me that book. You don't know. Yeah, they do. Okay. Yeah, but what's the metaphor that they use for death? Night, exactly. So that would be maybe a good question. Why do they talk about night so much? He talks about his life being one long, endless night. Never shall forget that night, the first night in camp, which turned my life into one long night, 7 times cursed and 7 times sealed. Okay, so that's right there. So you can use that to find textual evidence, and we're going to ask these to the class, so write that down. And then questions that are open-ended.
So we have to ask them and then answer.
Yeah, we're going to let them answer when we ask. Okay, so questions that are open-ended. Y'all know what an open-ended question is? Okay, well, closed-ended question is like yes or no question.
It's like a variety of answers.
Open-ended is something that, yeah, it's like a discussion question. So, this can be something like, what do we think is going to happen? Is he going to be separated from his dad? Is he shipped off to a new camp? Is he going to die? You know? Is the war going to end? Those are all good open-ended questions like that, okay? Good job. Y'all remember the first one? And you don't point that out when you talk about hearing. All right. All right.
Hey, Zach.
Okay. All right. My predicting group. Okay. So tell me about what we're talking about.
We have what happened next.
Okay. So what do y'all think happens?
Well, pretty much let's say like where we're at right now is what probably the guy thinks that everybody's gonna
Well, what do we think is gonna happen to them? Do you think they're gonna get liberated, or do you think they're gonna die?
Like, some of them are gonna get like rescued.
That is a very smart point. Look at you. That's exactly right. Somebody wrote this book. It's not just made up. So somebody survives, right? That's a very smart point.
The Eli Whistle guy, I guess, was one of the guys that was at the concentration camp.
That's true.
And made it through.
All right. So maybe come up with some more questions about what you think is going to happen in between where we are now and then being rescued. Okay? Good job. You guys are...
Jack?
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Okay. So y'all are clarifying. All right. Now this one should be pretty easy. There's lots in here that might be. What did y'all, specifically, what did y'all come up with that was confusing? There's lots of words that, like, there's lots of words, even, and I've read this book many times, and it's still hard to pronounce some stuff. So, one way to go is just to jot down